Oh, so the result. So we've just had two results come in, haven't we? So Italy beat Australia by 1 point. Good win for Italy. I know Italy are sort of on the cusp. Oh, hang on, I can hear myself. Hang on. There you go. That's fine. Yeah, Italy. I know Italy are on the cusp of the top tier, right? But a good result. And I know people are saying Australia aren't very good, but Australia beat Scotland. They put up a decent performance against France, considering how good France are. So I think that's a really good performance from Italy. Mm. Welcome anyone that's joined us. Just so you know, we've got Gareth, who is a rugby referee, joining us to correct any of my wrongs, basically. Any of my nonsense. So what results? Tonga beat Chile. I wouldn't have even been able to tell you Chile had a rugby union team. Mm. Ireland beat Fiji 35-17. Italy 28-27. You got Canada currently beating Netherlands 34-13. Samoa are beating Georgia 10-6. And Spain, Namibia 0-0. But we got some big games today, actually. England, Japan now, then Wales, Argentina, and then France versus South Africa. That's a really good evening of rugby. Really good evening of rugby. So, stream is in the Discord. If anyone doesn't have it, you're welcome to go over there and stick it on. England versus Japan. Is it at Twickenham? I should have. I thought it was with the old green seats. There's a lady in the crowd with a big. What is their flower? Oh, is it a cherry blossom? I was going to say there's a woman with a big. You know how you get kids that put like what do you call it? Sunflowers around their face, and their face is the middle. It was like that, but someone had the old cherry blossom. I can confirm Southampton's new boss is starting off with a 1-0 to Liverpool. I don't know. Some guy from the lower leagues. I have no idea what his. I know that, but I still don't know who he is. I know who we signed. Jones, Welsh guy Jones, but I don't know who he is. But he's come over from Luton or Lincoln or someone like that, I think. Anyway, welcome guys, welcome. As the players are about to come out, or they are coming out. Gareth isn't going to spoil it for me because he's probably slightly ahead. Hi, Freddie. So, I was just saying, Gareth, as in chat, Gareth, very good result for Italy. Really good result. So, what do you think, Gareth? What do you think of the lineups? There's been a few injuries and things, hasn't there? From what I heard. Mate, I know. Listen, I know it seems like I'm just moaning all the time, but Eddie Jones it's wrong. It's bloody hopeless. I know Japan have had some good performances against New Zealand, for example, but we should surely smash Japan. Surely, please say we should. Mm. On paper,
There's no doubt about it. They haven't come to make the numbers up. They will give it a go. But yeah, we should be beating them.
yeah.
We should be beating Argentina, even though Argentina have beat New Zealand. Everyone forgets. They did beat New Zealand, but we should have put a sack full of points on them. But yeah, again, they're just running at them, running at them, running at them.
Yeah, I'm just hoping we probably should be quiet for the old remembrance, but
Yeah, we should actually. Naughty me. The ex-squad here talking through it.
there we go. We did think it was Cherry Blossom. Can I just confirm people can hear Gareth? I'm sure Kian will say, Gareth, start speaking. Give us your thoughts on the lineup. Other than a Tojo.
Apart, let's say Toja at 6 is one that, but up front we're a lot better than Japanese. Genji and Sinclair, they should be taking Japanese scrum apart. Absolutely. Ben Young's again at number 9. I'm not taking with Ben Young. He's too rigid. It's just a lot of box kicking a lot of the time. He's not live wire any good. I think it's time we looked at someone else. I know he's been there a long while and he's good at what he does, but he's just functional. Is the word I'd use for Ben Youngs.
Mm.
Excuse me, my wife's just texted me at the same time as I was doing that. But yeah, no Courtney Laws, but Johnny May's back in the back line, so it's a bit of speed in the back line. Porter's a new one at centre. I've not seen him before, so that'll be an interesting one. Because yet again, Tuolang is injured.
We got it. We got the sound now. So I'm just trying to work out the sound and make sure, because this is the first time having a collaboration camera on Streamlabs. So hopefully that will work. Come on, you need to stop telling people to ring you. Put the phone down.
Hang on a second. I'll be back in a minute.
Hopefully that's better for Gareth anyway. Just trying to tweak settings and things.
Oh. Spam number anyway.
Honestly, we got the worst national anthem, I think, ever. The worst national anthem.
I like our national anthem.
Oh, hello, they got a new kit. This makes this kit completely bloody worthless now. It's getting as bad as football. For Christ, I've only just bought this kit a few months ago. And now they've got... God, Bennett.
Oh.
Well, Portfleet starts. They're still playing Farrell and Smith together.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad combination, actually, Farrell and Smith.
I just think they'd sort of do the same job. That's my issue. I think they
Well,
do the
Farrell is a
same
fly
job, and I
half.
don't think you need two
Farrell
people
is a
doing the
fly
same
half,
job.
and he can drop back to 12, and it gives you another option off the back of the ruck. So here we go.
Yeah, Keaton doesn't think they've clicked yet. So maybe it's a case of them just playing more together. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably agree with that. I'd probably say they need to play more together, but obviously you're limited at internationals, so the autumn internationals and then the Six Nations, or the friendlies as you like to call them.
Yeah. Oh, I quite like the Japan top, actually. I like the Japan kit. That's quite interesting. What do you think of the England kit?
It's just like any other England kit with a bit more red around the arms.
Yeah. It's basically, that's the thing, isn't it? With England kit, same in football. It's what can you do with a plain white top?
Yeah.
Add some random bits of red occasionally, you know? I
Yeah,
will say when my stream is kicking off, which is about to happen, I assume you're ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm on 1 minute 28.
Oh, that's painful. I'm probably about 1 minute and 40 behind. Oh, that's awful.
Right. Yeah, I've got 1:40 on the clock just now because obviously I'm watching it on my telly in the front room, so I've got an Amazon Prime.
I tell you what I could do. I could keep the stream on here, and because it's on Amazon Prime, I could keep this so people can watch on Discord if need be. I could get my tablet and put Amazon Prime on and just watch it.
As is.
Yeah. Might have to do that, I think.
Anyone asking if Joe Marler's playing? No, he's not. He's playing for the Barbarians.
Yeah, yeah. No, Arundel. Thought he was breaking through.
I don't know. This is Eddie Jones we're talking about. You don't believe this? That's my front door. I'll be back in a second.
Mate, you're taking the mick.
I know. Tell me about it. Hi, Charlie. Not in it, mate. She's back in a bit. All right. No, the ball type.
Cool.
All right. See you in a bit. Oh, I should put a sign on my door saying my kids are not in. Go away.
I do like the Japan top. That's quite nice.
England.
Hi, Aaron.
Too much. England have a penalty 5 out.
I need to. Right, I'm going to go get my. I have my laptop next to me, actually. Laptop's a bit big. No, I will use it. I'm just going to get my laptop, and then it means I can. Because the problem is, I can't share Amazon Prime on Discord. It just won't show the screen. So I will keep this on, and then I'll just use my tablet, my laptop. I just want to see something slightly different from England. You know, I want to see that. Well, like I say all the time, same as the British and Irish Lions. It's just using the wing, trying to use a bit of speed and just changing it up a bit. I just wish we got
too much. England have a penalty in front of the post, which they should get. In fact, 3-0 England.
I don't want a game relying on penalties. It's just, as a spectator, it is bloody boring.
For anyone that's watching along live, what happened there was England had a penalty. Japan were off their feet at the ruck. England kicked to the corner, got a maul going. Maul stopped as it came off the ruck. The Japanese player was in front of the back foot, so it was offside. He then charged the ball down, so the ref brought it back for no advantage. England kicked the penalty. 3-0 to England.
Right. Okay, there you go. I'm yeah. Just under 1 minute 40. So I've just gone level now. So I'm on 5 minutes and 45.
Yeah, we're level.
There you go. So I asked the question, if you got rid of Eddie Jones, is there anyone that you think could replace him?
The one I would replace him with will never get the job. And that's Dean Richards.
Yeah? And why do you think he wouldn't get the job?
Because of Bloodgate.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I know who you mean now.
Yeah. He would be the one I would pick for the England job, but he'll never get it because of Bloodgate. The other option is Steve Diamond, but he's too outspoken. He probably upset the suits at Twickenham. And the third option would be Rob Baxter at Exeter.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't know, but there's got to be options because do you know, I don't understand how he's the coach of the British and Irish Lions as well as England.
Who's that? That's Warren. It was Warren Gatland that was the British and Irish Lions coach.
What, this year?
Yeah, just gone was Warren
maybe
Gatland.
I'm clueless then. Maybe he should be the coach of England instead then.
Well, he's been coach of Wales and Ireland, so you know.
Have all four.
Japan just got a penalty there. England were offside, so Japan have gone for the corner.
So look, at least that shows he's not Japanese. Do me a favour.
Well, he had a name like Van something when the blind night came in. I was like, very Japanese.
Did he eat sushi I've got to point these things out, all right? Someone's Asian.
He had a sushi there once, so that makes him Japanese.
You know if someone's Asian and someone's not Asian, and that guy was not Asian.
Well, yeah.
Unbelievable. But at least Japan are showing some sort of attacking intent. You know,
yeah.
They're wanting to get the try. And whether or not that is a suitable thing to do, I don't know. But it's nice to have the intent, you know, to watch. It's more exciting.
Go on, Johnny.
Ping back. Oh, that was a dodgy kick. Toje got it back though.
No, knock on.
Not quite.
Knock on.
That was a dodgy kick by Japan, though, wasn't it? What are those lines even representing?
Say again?
What are the lines on the England top even representing?
I haven't got a clue.
It almost looks like a skyline, but can't be, surely.
I think they're meant to be rugby posts on the bottom of the shirt. It looks awful. It's probably one of the worst England kits I've seen in a long time. But...
Okay, is this scrum going to work?
Well, we'll find out in a second.
My guess on percentages is no.
Well, I would say, to be honest, England should have the dominant pack. No, it's not happy. All right. Yeah, he's brought them up because when they were packing down, they were head on head, and obviously you can't have that. It's got to be head on shoulder.
So I was right in my prediction.
Yeah. Yeah, David Flatman in commentaries just said what I was going to say. You don't want head on head because there you'd be loading all the weight directly on someone's head through the neck down the back, and then you've got England scrum penalty.
Collapsed again, that.
Yeah, but England have got dominant scrum by far. When you've got two monsters like Genji and Sinclair in the front row, you shouldn't be losing the scrum.
No, look, the Japanese, they're not small,
No,
but they don't look physically dominant, do they?
no, they're not. They rely on speed. They've got a lot of speed in that back line. And they're also very hard to tackle because a
See,
lot of them are
that's
quite
better. There we
small.
go. Playing it into the corner.
So we're 16.5 metres out from the try line, thanks to Amazon, that can tell you exactly where it is.
Yeah, you've got better sound than me. My sound is still from 9 minutes and 25.
All right.
My visuals are on 11 minutes and just over. Well, the Japanese aren't doing too bad here, are they? See if we can... It's moving central. Go on, go on. One more. No, he's making it easy. Does that not just sum up what I've been saying, though?
Yeah.
The one time they play it wide,
Yeah.
they break open and create space. Hello, Jeff. Hello, mate. Really, this, I said, we said before that on paper, England should comfortably win this. Within the first 12, just over 12 minutes, I see no reason to think differently. Japan haven't really done anything physically. They're not on the same level. Ability, they technically shouldn't be on the same level either. Should be a dominant win.
It's also really good coaching. It's good prep, that, isn't it? Obviously, they knew they'd fly up there. Yeah, they did their homework because they didn't have anybody on the blind side as well as the ball, which you might have ideally. They all flooded to one side. The timing was perfect. The delivery of the ball. Stewart's line exceptional as well, just to get on the outside shoulder. Really good score.
So Farrell now closing in on Johnny Wilkinson.
He is no Johnny Wilkinson, though, is he?
No, he's not Johnny Wilkinson.
No, Johnny Wilkinson.
For starters, Johnny Wilkinson could keep his gob shut.
Burgeoning international career. Farrell has already got over the 1,100 mark.
Yep, straight in. Straight in.
This is what matters to him. What's in front of him.
So it's 10-0 England.
Looks like a very effective start from England. Beautifully worked. Cross the line. You're really disappointing, as you say. At those moments we...
Oh, I keep getting done over by the old names on the back. Well, the words on the back of the shirts with Japan because they've got Toshiba.
So they're all called Toshiba.
I keep thinking the players are called Toshiba. What do you think about having the names on the back of the shirts now? Good.
To me, it doesn't make any difference. I personally would rather we just went back to numbers, but that's just me.
But as I said, in my opinion, if you're trying to get new people watching rugby, it's very difficult to connect with the players and learn the players of teams and whatnot without having the names because a number means nothing. And so if you're trying to get new fans into the sport, you need to have connection to players and really sort of almost give them a reason to come and watch and know who players are.
I've just had to reload my Amazon Prime 'cause it went off for a second.
Ugh.
I'm back
Hi,
on again.
Yin. Hello, mate. Must be quite late for you, Yin, in Adelaide.
I would actually say in the comments, someone said the only flyer who comes close to Johnny Wilkinson is Dan Carter. I'd say Dan Carter was better than Johnny Wilkinson.
Oh, there we go. Controversial. Who said it?
Wolf Song 27?
Wolf Song.
Yeah, I'd say Dan Carter was the best fly half ever to play rugby. And I'm saying that as an Englishman. Yes, Johnny Wilkinson won the World Cup, but Dan Carter did it. Dan Carter did it against
in the comments.
He also took the Lions apart. Absolutely took them apart.
There you go. Other Gareth agrees.
2 referees, what do you expect?
But the funny, I would say, I was never a rugby person, and even now, I'm still learning names and things. But even as a non-rugby person, even before he scored the winning kick against Australia many years ago, Johnny Wilkinson was the one name that I would know, and so maybe he just had that X factor. Not necessarily. He was obviously still a brilliant player, but it was more than just the ability. If that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I get. Nope, no scrum penalty for England. Yeah, he's saying the tight head went to ground,
Pulled down.
So that's 2 scrum penalties to England.
But once again, look, he's kicking it into the corner again. Good. It's just looking like England want to attack more today.
Straight down.
Because I expect, if that was last week, even from that position, it's not an easy position, he would have gone for the kick. Now, granted, Japan are not a strong team, considering or comparing. Here we go. A couple of meters out.
Oh,
gotta make it. No.
Knock on.
Was a very, very small knock on to spot there.
Good spot actually from the ref, that one.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of it because he sort of fumbled it on the floor, didn't he? But it was a very quick pickup.
Yeah, just a little fumble.
Yeah, there.
Just that little fumble.
See, I don't know.
Just marked. Yeah, there we are. Yeah.
Did he? Yes, but that was good refereeing because it only came out of his hands about that much. So really good refereeing to spot that.
I will say the ref we got today, he's very consistent. I'm liking it so far. What I'm seeing, he's consistent. He's done what he's doing. He's given for both teams, so it's what we ask for. I'm actually trying to remember who it is because it's the first time I've seen this one.
See, you say that, Kian. You're right. Any referee, Kian, in any sport, you want consistency, right? The problem is, in football, for example, players use it against you, right? Because what they do in football is you'll give a certain decision or not give a certain decision, and there'll be another incident later on in the game that is completely different, but the players think it's the same. And they're like, just consistent, be consistent. Like, it's a completely different incident.
Yeah, you get it in rugby as well. Honestly, yeah, you do get in rugby. You do get in rugby as well. But hang on, sir. But way back then, you gave it to them, and you're not giving it for us.
Yeah, it's like I had literally the last game I had in the middle. There was the ball went out, and I think the attacking player was facing his own goal, and the defender completely went through the back of him, and it was a yellow card, clear yellow card. And then about 5 minutes later, it was a player running through on goal, and there was a slide tackle from the side, got the ball clean, and people were like, "It's the same incident." I'm like, "What? What are you watching?" Ugh.
I'm wondering why he pulled the play back there when he had the advantage. There was an accidental offside, which where the England player ran into his own man.
I'm glad you spotted that, mate, because I was too busy talking.
Yeah, he's brought it back for a scrum to England because the original knock-on was Japan in the advantage, an England player then ran into his own man. So that signal there is accidental offside.
Gareth, you're right. As in Ginge, you're right. It's the same on social media. That's the problem with pundits and everything, isn't it? And armchair supporters. They think everything's the same, and it's not. 19 minutes and 21 seconds into the game at the moment. How do you think Scotland will do against New Zealand?
I think they'll get battered.
You think, yeah. That's the thing with Scotland. Scotland have got I think they're fairly strong defensively, but got nothing going forwards.
I'd actually say the other way around. I'd
Really?
say they're better attacking than defending. Gregor Townsend is a very good attack coach. He coaches attacking rugby. Trouble with New Zealand with Scotland is they switch off in defence, and that's what.
I agree that they switched off twice last week.
They would have beat Australia otherwise.
But I still think when I think of Wales and Scotland, I think of a strong, fairly sturdy defence, but I don't necessarily think attack. Whereas when I think of England, for some stupid reason, I think of a strong attack, even though they don't do it. And Ireland, I think of as a sort of an all-round team.
Freeze run penalties. I think Japan are in for a very tough afternoon in the scrum.
I think Japan will be lucky to get any points on the board at the moment.
So the thing is, before much longer, the ref is probably going to look at a yellow card if it carries on. Yeah, I have to agree with the other Gareth in the comments. You know, social media fans, you know, they're all experts. There was a couple of incidents we put up on Facebook recently of red cards and non-red cards.
Mm-hmm.
You were trying to explain to people, look, you know, this is the reasoning behind it. And someone's like, well, how do you know? I do it on a weekend.
The problem is, mate, it's the same with football, obviously, but probably worse because of it's so much. I think football's so much more subjective. Or he's not going to have the speed. No, he's not having the speed. And I see, for example, on Facebook and whatnot, especially when it's talking about Southampton, and you get the most stupid, idiotic comments, and I correct them, and they're like, you get completely shut down, and you think, I do have a clue, especially when it comes to football. But yeah. Liverpool are winning 2-1 now.
Ooh.
Nunes.
You mean you remember where the goal is?
God. Japan giving the ball back to England there.
That's very good of them. Thank you very much.
Kian asks Gareth, is speed a factor in Japan's team? Like ends why they focus on the quick pass and play?
They have got a very quick back line. They're too, their honorary Japanese bloke on the wing is pretty electric. And they used their speed against Africa when they beat them in the World Cup 2015.
That was a meaty challenge. At the moment, it looks like Japan are just looking for a bit of a respite at the moment.
Oh,
You get
go on, Freddie.
the kick for territory, but no one following
See,
it
that's
up.
what we want.
Go on.
That's what we want.
Oh, I couldn't quite get there.
Come on, Matty.
He's got to
Get
make
in.
this. Yes, gotta be.
That's what we want to see. Enterprising rugby like that, where
Yeah, I
they're
agree.
offloading, looking for support, instead of just running into people. That is the sort of rugby I want to see England play. You know.
But this is what I've been saying. This is why, when I go back to saying what my first thoughts of when I think of, for example, England being an attacking team, they have the potential to do it. They just need to do it and actually fulfill that. And signs like this, granted, they broke through quite well, but it's just that creativity that we've not seen. That a good bit of movement there. He didn't just bundle into the players. He looked for the space. He had the supportive players with him.
I mean, that was a team try, but Stewart taking the ball on, bit of enterprising running, Van in support, Coconut saying, well, then Smith finishing it off.
Yeah.
It's a great team try, that.
But I said it was the style of run there. It was the weaving, using a little bit of agility at least, rather than getting your head down and diving forward.
I have to agree with what Keane's just said in the comments. Jones needs to let them play their rugby, not his rugby.
Mate, that's about time you agree with Keane.
Well, we have our creative disagreements, but, I am entitled to agree every now and again. Even though I did prove him wrong in the Italy game, though. Yes, Keane.
Let's not start a fight. Let's not start a fight. Nice conversion. I wonder if Eddie Jones realises that the way he's playing at the moment just doesn't work.
I actually think he's that belligerent. He thinks he does because he's that belligerent.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Some people, although they're clearly wrong, just almost, I don't know, they almost convince themselves that what they're doing is right because they think they know better.
Oh, Japan going for a short kick there. I mean, I would say sort of in rugby at the minute, the top 7 or 8 teams, there's nothing much between. I'd probably say the most consistent at the minute are France.
Yeah.
By far. But between that then, England, Ireland, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa.
There really isn't a lot. There really isn't a lot. I certainly think I think the top 2 is France and Ireland at the moment.
Yeah, and then I'd probably say South Africa, New Zealand, England, Australia, probably in that order.
Yeah, there's really not a lot in the next sort of, I would say between sort of 3 and 5 position. I think there's not a lot in there, is there?
No,
but that's a good thing. That's a good thing because it leads to uncertainty. You can't guarantee a game. If you look currently at, for example, the Rugby League World Cup, it's awful because there isn't enough quality.
Yeah, it's going to be Australia going to win the World Cup. It's almost a given.
You would think so. You would think so.
England will put a fight up in the final, but it'll be Australia. Like
Liverpool 3-1. Yeah, exactly. You would hope it'll be England, Australia in the final, and then Australia would probably win. But that's not great because if you look at Union, you can't guarantee who'll be in that final. Same as football, you can't guarantee who's going to be in the final of the Football World Cup. That's what you want.
I mean, to be honest, in the last few World Cups in rugby, it's been pretty much given that New Zealand were going to win it because they've been by far the most dominant team. I mean, obviously South Africa in Japan.
Yeah.
you knew it was either going to be New Zealand or South Africa. I actually thought England had a good chance in the last World Cup, but South Africa played their game and played us off the park.
Kian would like to know, Gareth, what are your thoughts of Italy as of late? Could they become dark horses heading into France World Cup? Wins
won't
over
win the World
Wales and
Cup.
Aussies this year.
They won't win the World Cup. They'll do like I said last World Cup, like I said last Six Nations. They'll give it their all. Might surprise one or two people, make a lot of friends, but ultimately go home.
I think I'm going to compare it to the Euros. If you're lucky, you'll get another Denmark.
Yeah.
Get out of the group, do okay, but they're not going to win it. That's probably been a bit harsh on Denmark. I don't think Italy will be as good as that. But ran out of space. Chile are still Samoa are still beating England at the moment. 12-16, 51 minutes in.
I'm just looking at Italy've got a tough pool though. I don't think they'll make it out of the pool. They're in with New Zealand and France.
Yeah. That is a rough draw.
Yeah, they've got New Zealand and France in their draw. So they've got the host country and probably the ranked
How
favourites.
many? So is it the same setup as the Football World Cup, where the group and then knockout?
Yeah, it's the pool stage. There's 5 in each pool.
Okay.
Then it's the last 16, the quarterfinals, and the semis. I think you remember right. No, in fact, no, quarters. Sorry, I think it goes to the quarters.
Yeah. So if they've got New Zealand, and who else do you say?
And France.
France. Surely they've got no chance.
Yeah, there's no last 16 in the Rugby World Cup. It's straight to the quarterfinals and the semis.
I tell you what, Japan are on the verge here.
And they've got a penalty advantage as well.
Yeah, they have. I've just seen that. What?
Yeah,
that's the penalty advantage taken.
Yeah.
Then do they go for the 3 points just so they don't get whitewash? 30 minutes and 30 seconds into the game.
But yeah, New Zealand, France, and Italy all in the same pool. I would favour France and New Zealand to win that one. Italy will probably beat Uruguay and Namibia though. Scotland have got a tough draw as well. They've got Ireland and South Africa. Wales, I think, will go through in their group. The only team they'll struggle with against is Australia. They'll probably beat Fiji.
There you go. Japan want to get off the board, don't they?
And everyone forgets that we've got Argentina and Japan in our group.
That's not a bad draw for us.
We've got Japan, Argentina, Samoa, and Chile. We'll beat Chile. Samoa will be tough, but then we'll overwhelm in the last 20 minutes like we normally do. Argentina, and then the Japs are going for the.
They just don't want to. They don't want to end on 0, do they? Let's be honest.
No, they don't.
I would love for him if he misses now, though. There you go. They're on 3. They're not going to get whitewashed.
Too much there. Onto the ball they are. Something to show for the attack, a rare attack. Yamasawa has points at Twickenham. And it's a start.
So after 32 minutes, England 17, Japan 3. It is basically one-way traffic. That was the first real bit of Japan attack that had any meaning. And I think if they didn't take the penalty kick there, I don't think they would have got anything out of it. I think England.
No, I don't see their line out's not. England's got a good line out. See again, you can see them going with some speed around the rock. They're not committing.
I think they've got the speed, but they're trying to get past some proper big guys.
Yeah.
Japan are a small team, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they're giving away probably, 3 or 4 kilograms per player in the front row, and that's a lot to give away.
I meant height as well.
Well, I'm thinking weight as well, because weight's everything in the scrum.
So with the try, here's the plays.
Japan have in my opinion, Japan have shown nothing to suggest that they're going to get a try. Even that last attack they had.
Good take. Well done, Johnny.
That was good. Even that last attack they had still didn't make me think they were going to score.
There was no zip to it. It was just a lot of hit and hope.
It was hoping that they just crossed the line.
Michael Leach picks up a lovely line there. Now the old man surely can't go all the way himself, but he has support.
Well, I might be wrong. No. I was just going to say I might be wrong.
I don't know. Japan have knock-on advantage. Penalty advantage, sorry.
Wow.
That's going to be yellow card. Yellow card, I think, here. Yeah, yellow card for England.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a lumbering chase from England there.
Yeah, correct yellow card there for Johnny May. He went straight off his feet and tried to kill the ball. Very cynical. In the red zone. Only got to win one way. Yeah, he's going 10 minutes on the naughty step.
Let's see what actually happened here.
Right, I'll break it down. So the Japanese player has gone to ground. Johnny May has tackled him, brought him to ground.
Is it because he lunged over the top of the Japanese
Yeah, he's lunged over the top and killed the ball. He's prevented. Because the tackle player there, you've got to release him and give him the opportunity to present the ball. He hasn't. So, yeah, it's what you call cynical plays. He knew what he was doing. Because he knew if he let go
I'll tell you what, I'm disappointed there by Smith. I think Smith was poorly positioned and was very flat-footed there.
So, yeah, Japan are going for another kick.
There you go. 17-6. The Japs are back in it. Actually, I'm not sure if you're allowed to call them Japs.
Yeah, I've called them the Japs a couple of times.
Well, we call Brits, don't we?
Yeah, Brits. You know, you ought to see what the Germans call
the Argentinians RGs.
Yeah, you ought to see what the Germans call the English.
Maybe you shouldn't say it.
Well, the clean version is Ada monkeys, Island monkeys.
Okay.
And the French call us La Roast Beefs.
So 4.5 minutes left of the first half. 8 minutes and 40. I tell you what, this is of the sin bin. This is what I think's ridiculous. The sin bin clock doesn't really. When there's a scrum, the time still goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can get really lucky because half the time scrums don't work and you have to redo them.
Mm-hmm.
And so a player can be off in a sin bin with nothing happening and the time going down. That is what you want when your player's sin binned, right? Some rubbish scrums taking place.
Oh. First to react on the floor. There's that rip again. England used it very well. More than one occasion in this first half. And now rocking over the ball well too. Ribbons involved, but not well enough.
If it helps, I still think England will be okay. Wolfsong. I don't think they will lose. I didn't see Japan getting any points at this rate, but
well, the two sets of points they've got though have come from England mistakes.
In the league, rugby league, Samoa are 20-12 up on 58 minutes. England need to pull something out of their backside here.
Back there.
They should not be losing against Samoa, especially with the group stage results.
Oh, didn't make touch. And Stuart's going to clear away.
Come on, press. What's the capacity of Twickenham? Do you know?
It's 70,000. Let me look it up a second. I know it's the biggest in the Six Nations. 82,000.
Bournemouth are 2-0 up against Everton.
Yeah, 82,000, and you can get it at Twickenham.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just Google it.
I know. It's the biggest in the Six Nations.
Japanese hands. Ligare was on the wrong side, trying not to interfere, but it breaks down, and Johnny Hill boots it on, and Vanden Heever is going to have to.
Oh,
Nah.
we were lucky there. The honorary Japanese bloke on the wing. I'll call him honorary Japanese because he's no way he's Japanese.
Where in his family has got any bit of Japanese ancestry?
I think he's there on residency rules because if you live somewhere for
but that's
5 years,
ridiculous.
you can declare for them. Well, no offense, but you have to look at the England rugby team. You know how many have got very dodgy English surnames.
I don't know. It's difficult.
Sport in general is just it's like you can just pick and choose who you want to play for.
Yeah. Well, I said this is like bloody German football team, isn't it? That most of them are
Polish.
Most of them are Polish.
But the one I always remember from years ago was a guy called Tony Carroll. He played in the Rugby League World Cup for New Zealand. Then after the World Cup, changed his allegiance to Australia and played for them. Another one was Fui Fui Moi Moi. He played for Tonga.
Sorry, what?
He was called Fui Fui Moi Moi. And he changed his allegiance to New Zealand. Then got flattened by Sam Burgess.
Well, that's so. Obviously, you had the Australian Quade Cooper, who had played loads of games for Australia but couldn't then get Australian citizenship. You think that doesn't make sense? But that was because of, I think, a criminal record years before, wasn't it?
Go on!
Nice. And again, one more. No, he's just going to go for it.
We're in.
No, he did make the pass.
Give me a second. Hello.
Nice play. Look, once again, England score a try from spread into the wing. Really good.
Yeah. Oh, go with that then. All right. Bye. Bye. And I'm back in the room.
Look how we've scored tries. That's the second now.
Being inventive. This is what happens when I hate to say it, but you don't have Ben Youngs at 9. We're being lively around the ruck. You've got a live wire 9 and 10. Smith and I can't pronounce his name. The guy who got a scrum half, but they're being lively. And when you're lively, you're energetic. You can bring your wingers into the game.
Yeah.
When you've got to walk in statue like Ben Youngs.
I think the biggest thing here is having the vision. You can see him looking, and that doesn't happen enough. You know, he actually looked to play it out wide, and too many times the players are simply looking straight forward.
So that'll be half time in a second.
41 minutes in.
For offside, too much line speed. Eddie Jones won't mind that, I don't think, especially not with a healthy lead. It means they want to get off the line and hit somebody and put Japan under pressure, and it's really working.
Like David Flatman's just said there on Amazon Prime, we're getting off the line. We're putting the Japanese under pressure. And when England do that, we can beat other teams.
Yeah.
We didn't do it last week against Argentina. We were too static, too rigid.
The problem with this result, though, is you can't take too much from it. It's like England in football facing San Marino, looking like we played great, and then go and play a team like France.
Everyone remembers San Marino scoring in 8 seconds, though.
Right. That is half time. I am going to pop for a wee. I'm desperate.
Yeah, so am I.
Hang on. Watch this. I'll turn this on. Where is it? Toilet break. There you go. Toilet break, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Invictus and discover Invictus Platinum. Fragrances by Paco Rabanne.
They say innovation starts in the garage.
True story.
Hey Mercedes, show me what you've got.
Follow me.
That's what I call aerodynamics.
That's nothing.
Hey Mercedes, watch out. Those lights are pretty smart.
Time to recharge.
With that range, we can go really far. Now that's electric.
Come on. It's
Not
magic.
feeding time yet.
Nice garage, by the way.
It's not feeding time yet. You can't. No, I'm not feeding you yet. Which one is this? This is where I'm going. Body reference.
Don't know if that's his cat.
Nothing major.
Oh, yeah. So, we've got our yearly bowls meal with presentation, and I've already had a couple of beers, so that's why I'm having a not a beer. You don't want to have your FFP, your first fatal piss. Not good. When Gareth back, we'll talk about this half.
I'll be back in a second.
I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I'll do the usual. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Sorry, I've got toffee in my mouth. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, join my vlog channel, do all the usual stuff. Oh, nice toffee. Right, let's have a rundown of the sports so far. So, let's have a look. In football, we're at half time. Brentford beat Man City 2-1. Wow, a real shock for Man City there. Brentford are playing really well. Tony scored 2. Tony's not going to the World Cup. He's been on fire. So much for playing well. You know, and some players hardly don't play that well, but are guaranteed a spot. Bournemouth 2-0 up against Everton. There's a cat on the screen. Whoa, hello. What's going on? It's not even my cat. Liverpool beating Southampton 3-1. Forest 0, Crystal Palace 0. Tottenham are losing 2-1 to Leeds. And Leicester are beating West Ham 1-0.
Have you had the joys of my cat for the last
I
minute?
know, getting a little bit of cat action. Noisy little bugger.
Oh, he never shuts up.
Let's see what's happening in the league. Still 2012 to Samoa with 16 minutes left. I think England need to do something here. Otherwise, they'll be in trouble and going out.
So, what was good about the first half?
Yeah.
Definitely a lot better than last week.
Hmm.
The shackles were off. And that's what you want to see. What wasn't so good, a couple of lapses of concentration, and that's what led to the yellow
Do you
card.
think that was a bit complacency?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for want of a better word, I'd say it was complacency. Will you move out the way?
Yeah. I think maybe this is the problem that I think in any sport, if you are completely dominating a team, you just switch off. But you can't have that happen. You know.
No.
Oh, Kian says, Rob, feels like you're refusing to acknowledge the game Japan put up against New Zealand. No, I said that right at the start. Japan had a really good performance against New Zealand, but we're not seeing it now. I don't think we're seeing a great performance from Japan now. I think, like I said, it's all well and good England performing like this against Japan, who, as I said, on paper, aren't as good, but they've got to perform like this against the big teams. And we'll see if that happens. What are you drinking, Gareth?
I'm on Copperberg.
On a Copperberg. Oh, I don't like Copperberg. I'm a cider
I'm
drinker,
on the
but I can't drink Copperberg.
There we go. The mixed fruit special.
I find Copperberg is too the sweetness is too pretend. It's not as doesn't taste as
I
natural.
got this one for my wife got it me for Halloween. It was a special. For
I want to know
Halloween.
what other Gareth is drinking now. Is he on the hooky?
I had service in a way though. Not having Tuolangi in the teams helped us a bit as well. We rely on.
I don't think he offers much.
He just runs at people and thinks that his sheer strength and speed, his sheer strength and power will take him through.
And it doesn't.
And it becomes a habit, giving the ball,
because he is one of the main culprits of that running straight at the other team. And the problem is, there is just as big guys against him. So
yeah, and the Argentinians read him last week. They read him like a book.
Yeah, I thought you'd be on that, Gareth. That's all you drink, mate, innit? The old hooky.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it, being a cat? What are you yawning for? You've been to sleep all day. I think when I come back, I want to come back as a cat and just sleep all day.
Life, yeah.
Right.
I went to pick up bloody poo out in the garden, right?
Yeah.
And there was a big bloody blackbird just dead there. I did think at least my little asshole didn't bring it in, but yeah.
Oh, Dylan Hartley's trying to defend Johnny May, and I'm like, no, outright yellow all day long. He knew what he was doing there.
I would say, how does an idiot like him get on TV? But
to be fair, he was an '83 cap for England idiot who, other than calling Wayne Barnes a cheat, which did blot his copybook ever so slightly, he was England's most consistent player for a long time. But the fact was, although he had an atrocious disciplinary record at club level, he never got sin-binned or sent off playing for England.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, shut up.
Where's Joe Marchant?
He's not in the squad.
Well, I know he's not in the squad.
He's fallen out of favour with Eddie Jones. It's a thing with Eddie Jones. You fall out with him, that's it. You're done.
I said, I know his mum and his sister and all that, but he's an exciting player on the wing.
But yeah, again, England keep playing him at centre, and he doesn't play well at centre. He plays better on the wing.
I know who he's dating as well.
All right.
A certain Alan Shearer's daughter.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting chat around the table on Christmas Day. Oh, get out of the way, cat.
I am sure these half times go on for ages.
Do you know, I watched, there's a video on YouTube with John Lacey, who was former international referee from Ireland.
Yeah.
And he had the sheet in front of him of what time everything had to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it was down to the second. It was like, you must do this at, you must have a team in the tunnel at this time, X, Y, and Z. Oh.
It's quite odd because I've got
my referee group WhatsApp's just going quiet because a lot of the results are starting to come in. There's one team's just won today, 107-0.
That's not fun. That is not fun.
3 red cards as well, and the team that won had 2 players sent off. Well, that'll be some report writing tonight for one of my colleagues. Interestingly, guys, if anyone of you are interested in being referees, we are just around about 1,000 referees short in the country at the minute.
Every sport's short of referees, mate. Every sport. Oh, come on, England! You got to pull it back against Japan, against Samoa. Oh, it's 2020. 68 minutes, 2020. If I get the chance, I said annoyingly I wanted to go and watch it because it's at Old Trafford, I think. But obviously I got too much bowls on, so I'll probably watch. I will actually try and watch the final and do a watch along with the Rugby League, but I don't know what time it will be. I'll have to Google it. It's 4 o'clock on Saturday the 19th. So I should be able to do a watch along with that. The problem is, it's an awful time for the Australians, isn't it?
Kieran, I hate to tell you this, but if France don't make the final, Reynal will be refereeing the World Cup final. At the minute, it's looking like either Reynal or Wayne Barnes, depending on who makes the final.
That's your problem there, Gareth, with the shortage of referees. Current referees pretending they're injured. Honestly, dodgy knee. Unbelievable. Any excuse to get out of it, eh?
I'm only.
No, it's only because. Hey, it's only because it's been horrible weather recently. That's why he's got a dodgy knee. No one wants to run around in the pissing it down rain. Hey, yeah. Peter, you did hear correctly. The Wallabies did lose to Italy.
And it came down to the last kick of the game as well.
Hey, I'm kidding. I don't care. I've got no real affiliation to Aussies as their teams. I think it's good if Aussies lose.
Kane, I've been trying to tell Rob to come across the rugby. He won't have it.
I just find it interesting that the Aussies are losing interest in rugby union.
Well, it's not their number one sport. When you think about it,
No.
Rugby league, cricket, Aussie rules are more popular than rugby union.
Yeah.
I'd probably say it's their number 4, even possibly I'd say football's catching it up as well.
Well, football is the most participated sport in Australia. The problem is it's mainly by kids.
Oh, God. I wondered who was on commentary. They got Topsy Ojo on again. He just talks rubbish every week. It's like the Michael Owen of rugby.
No, I thought that was old. What's his face? The other guy. What's the other? What's his name in rugby? That sounds just like Michael Owen. Can't remember his name now. No, not Stuart Barnes. I don't even know who Stuart Barnes is.
Miles Harrison.
No. What is his name? Like, I'm sure you kept saying about him. Can't remember his name now. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Don't know. The silly thing is, though, game's just started a minute in. The silly thing is, though, with the Wallabies, is that actually they're not that bad a team. So considering if we say, for example, rugby union is Australia's like fourth sport, they're still up there, you know, and it's their fourth sport. So yeah, if only they actually tried a little bit harder, right? They might be winners.
Well, they're not having the same luck getting rugby league players to go across like they used to, because a lot of them are telling them to get bent now.
There isn't the money. The thing is, there isn't the money in NRL either. It's still not it's still not a sport that's progressing because of financial restraints.
I have a feeling Johnny Hill might be get some retrospective action for that. I have a feeling the sighting officer might have a look at that one. For anyone who doesn't know what a sighting officer is, in the crowd is a person from a neutral country, and after the game, he will review any evidence that anything that wasn't sanctioned by the referee, and he can take retrospective action. Will you go away?
Interesting.
I think today is South African, actually. The most ironic thing is a guy called Wade Dooley, who's played for England, possibly the most violent man to have ever took up the sport, and he's a sighting officer now.
Well, it takes one to know one, you know.
Well, yeah. Wade Dooley actually hit a Welshman so hard once he broke his jaw in two places.
God.
Enjoyed his day job, was?
What? Police officer.
Policeman.
Honestly, it seems like all bloody rugby people are police officers.
Well, one time there was 5 serving police officers in the England team.
Either that or school teachers and things, right? Well, that's the referees mainly.
Yeah, most of the referees were school teachers.
Mm.
You'd always see, like, for the Six Nations at the time, the referees all came from the Six Nations, and they all seemed to be headmasters.
Mm.
Or
it is that authority figure, isn't it? And this sort of helps them because they're basically performing the same role. So 44 minutes and 15 in, 24 England, 6 to Japan. Japan are showing a little bit of life at the start of this second half.
They've changed the 10 at half time, and it seems a bit more lively.
They've certainly got more of the possession at the moment, anyway. But whether or not they're doing a lot with it, that's the thing. They're not penetrating, but yeah. What is a gendarme inspector?
French police, gendarme. It's the French police.
Okay, glad you're here.
Are you just after a cameo appearance in this video? Hey. Go on. Scoot. I might say something that might get the video demonetized if you don't go away.
As you can see, look, you can see the difference here. Japan had a decent spell there of possession, but didn't really do anything
anywhere
with it. Didn't really gain any territory. England have got the ball, and we've gained, 20, 40 yards straight away. That is the difference. Oh. Oh, they just
picked it there. Should have run it.
Yeah, Samoa, 76 minutes. Samoa have just scored a try and conversion. England have 4 minutes to pull something back. 3 minutes. That's a bad loss, I think. Especially when they beat Samoa comfortably in the groups. I'm sure the fans were told not to sing Sweet Chariot, were they?
Well, asking them and admitting what they're going to do. Tell them all to go home.
It's still
England rugby.
It's still.
It's
I
England
still
rugby
think
anthem.
it's still a stupid song to sing for England. Like, ridiculous. England have just scored a try. League. '77. Oh God! I tell you what, this league game sounds bloody exciting. And one more. No, one more.
Go on, Saints.
You can just see there the physical difference. Down you go.
You're not stopping Ellis Gentry there. You are not stopping Ellis Gentry there.
No. I said Carl Sinclair did a decent amount of damage there, and then Gens, you said you weren't stopping him.
Just how good Carl Sinclair actually is.
I think Sinclair's been disappointing recently, though. Actually, in international,
he was playing injured though. He didn't know he had a back problem, so he took the summer off, went away and got it looked at.
Gens is not known as Baby Rhino for nothing.
Well, he won't win any beauty contests anytime soon.
It's something fair. This is nothing to do with rugby, but this is something to do with rhinos. Apparently, rhinos, through evolution, their horns are getting shorter.
Oh, right.
Little fact I heard. Probably good for their survival, isn't it? 26-26.
Thank you, David Attenborough.
Yeah, no worries. 26-26, 78 minutes into the Samoa-England game. Mackinson's playing bloody well by the looks of it, by the stats.
I will say, just talking about the referee for a minute, one thing I've liked is he's played a lot of good advantage as well. He's tried to keep the game.
I think the referee's been spot on today. Yeah, I think he's been really good.
Oh, I'm not Andrew Brace's biggest fan, the referee had last week, because I made my views on him quite well known. I'm not his biggest supporter, but I thought he did all right. He's improving. He's not as bad as he was in the first England-Scotland game we had. He was awful in that game.
I am multitasking. I'm quickly putting on my phone. I'm putting the rest of the rugby league game on. It's literally neck and neck. So much sport.
And you just interrupt Japan off the ball there.
Absolutely incredible games.
Go on!
He's got it. Yeah, he's going to make it.
We're in.
Yep. This is over for Japan.
Oh, yeah. It's just how many do we get now?
Yeah. And there's still 30 odd minutes left. Okay, rugby. League's on. League's on. Quick, take it off the screen.
They just got shoved off their own. They had the ball and just got shoved off it at the rock.
Sorry, I'm multitasking. The last couple of minutes of the league. Well, I certainly called it before the game. Certainly called it. Kian says, look at the difference when we play Portfleet at 9 instead of Young.
I said that before the game.
There you go.
Yes,
in the league game, what do they do? Do they do golden point?
Yeah, it's golden point.
So basically, who can kick it through the sticks the quickest?
First score of any means, game over. Try, penalty, drop goal.
Tell you what a game this league, the England Samoa was or is. This is ridiculous. This is.
Well, the big test for England rugby union team will be next week when it's New Zealand.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's all well and good beating Japan, but on paper we should hammer them anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's when you face the teams like New Zealand and the teams around
South Africa,
you've
Australia.
got to then perform with that.
Yeah. And we've got to perform in the Six Nations next year as well, because that will give you your launch pad for the World Cup.
Well, the seedings are done now. That don't make any difference.
Yeah, but it's your form. You're talking about your form going into the World Cup.
I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think that makes much of a difference.
Well, when England won the World Cup back in 2003, Clive Woodward put massive emphasis on England having a good Six Nations before they went to the World Cup, and they won a Grand Slam.
I don't know.
There we go. Changes for England.
Yeah.
Jamie Jones, Jamie George, and Mackie Van Pola.
About the right time to make the changes.
Oh, here's one for a football one for you.
Yeah.
Do you see there's a video going around? A footballer in Germany got the fastest yellow card the other week. He didn't wait for the player to leave the pitch before he entered the field of play, and he got yellow
card offence.
Yeah, he literally was like, the player was like 2 feet off the pitch, and he ran on before they.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. Yeah, that's a bit harsh.
The linesman flagged it, and the ref yellow carded him for it.
That is really harsh. If I was the referee there and the liner had flagged for that, I would have been like, please don't. Just what have you just done to me?
I think it was Claudio Bravo once got sent off as a non-player for starting a fight on the touchline.
Yeah, what happens? You can you can red card a substitute.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfsong. As I said, considering the result that England had against Samoa in the group stage, crazy that this is the scoreline 26-26, and we're into golden point. England in the Union at 38-6 up. This game is done. Just under 54 minutes gone. But my eyes are now fixated on league, and I wouldn't be surprised if Samoa go for a kick. Samoa are literally 10 yards out. Oh, mate, I know you're not watching this. Samoa went for the kick, but it was charged down by England and they stopped it. Brilliant. Oh,
Sorry, I'm going to have to skip off the rugby union in a minute. I'm going to the rugby league.
you
as
have
well.
to switch. You have to
Yeah.
switch. I'm sorry for the people that are here for Union, but it's England still.
He's going for it again.
Are you on BBC?
He's done it. They've done it. So Samoa have done it.
I'm still on 82 minutes.
They've done it. Samoa have just kicked a drop goal. Amazon Prime.
I said I'm on 82 minutes and 20, so you've obviously seen it before me. But I'm on BBC.
I was on BBC as well. I just flicked over then.
Are you on natural live TV though?
Yeah, I went over. So I just flicked on. I'm going back to
Yeah,
Amazon
I've got
Prime
it on
now.
iPlayer.
All right.
That's a bad result, losing to Samoa considering their previous game.
And I've missed precisely nothing in the rugby union.
No, it's still 38-6 in Union.
Oh, Japan actually got a bit of a shove on them. Well, blooming heck, Japan got a scrum penalty. Japan just got a scrum penalty. But
they're coming back into it, look. They're coming back into it.
I've been saying for a long time, Mako Vunipola cannot scrum. He's a good ball carrier. He can't scrum.
And Samoa are through to the Rugby League World Cup final. Unbelievable. That is pretty much a disaster for England, right?
Mm.
Well, we know who the winners will be, so almost not worth watching.
If I was Eddie Jones, I'd be going buttering Joe Marlow up nicely because at least he can scrum. Oh.
It is a shame this game is basically finished, isn't it?
Hmm. Japan really are playing for pride here now.
Mm.
Oh, he told you. Oh, that was good, that. Oh, unlucky. I mean, to be fair to Japan, I will say they have shown little moments in their history that they can play some good rugby.
Mm.
Beat South Africa, put a good showing up at their own World Cup. So, you know, they're not dreadful. They're certainly they're probably certainly in the second tier. You know, they're not up there with the
yeah. Well, I know England are 38-6 up, but there's no reason in this game why England, I don't think, could have been further ahead if they really wanted to. So, yeah, it is not a good day for England, really, is it, in competitive
No, we're not
sports?
losing the World Cup this morning.
That's, not good. Granted, we got that far, but...
Oh, I think they're in.
Whoa! They have scored a try. Japan back in the game. Sort of. I think it does seem that, Wolfsong. It does seem like I'm always watching the wrong game, doesn't it? There always seems to be a better game than the one I watch.
The test for England will be next week when it's New Zealand. That is the one.
Mm.
Because New Zealand haven't exactly been great, but neither have England.
England on this Japan try, that looked sloppy by England. Very, very sloppy it looked. I would love to. I would love to, Kian. We've got our bowls meal presentation tonight. So literally after this, 20 minutes, I'm going to jump in the shower, get all suited and booted. And yeah, we're off for a nice meal. I think there's about 55 of us, maybe 60.
Is it a black tie job?
So no.
Is it a black tie job, Rob, or is it just normal?
No, not quite black tie. I will be wearing a nice fancy suit, but not quite black tie. If I'm fit, well, it depends how I'm feeling. Sometimes I wear my waistcoat, waistcoat. Not quite black tie, but we got a fair few trophies. Sorry, Gareth. Is that last year? So it's the same thing that I vlogged last year. I'm not going to vlog it this year, I don't think. But it might have been you, Gareth, that, as in Ginge, that moaned at me for not tying my tie properly and not doing a proper Windsor knot. I do know how to do a Windsor knot. I was just being quick and lazy. Yeah, but I've got to wear a tie tomorrow. Sorry, we're sort of switching topics now because the rugby's gone a bit dead. So obviously I've gone from this camera, the Sony ZV-1 for my vlogging, and I use it when we do our talking to camera pieces rather than reaction stuff. And now I've just gone to that. A little bit of a difference. So I'm going to take this with me tonight and get some good shots as well. Some good shots. I'm not vlogging it, but I'm going to... Yeah. Bit of a difference.
That was nearly a 50-22 there for England. Oh, Johnny Hill had a good game today. He's just going off.
Was it Johnny Hill that got yellow carded?
No, that was Johnny May.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
I knew it was a Johnny.
It was a Johnny.
Just the wrong Johnny.
Just the wrong Johnny, yeah.
Forest. Just keep an update with the football results as well. Bournemouth 3-0 up against Everton. Liverpool still 3-1 up against Saints. Forest have taken the lead against Crystal Palace. That is not great for Saints in the bottom of the league. Spurs 2, Leeds 3. West Ham 0, Leicester 2.
Rochdale 0, Mansfield 1. Not good for Rochdale.
Who? You bloody northern whatever rubbish. That's Saints down to 19th place. I would be surprised if we got relegated, but it's Southampton. The first half went really quick. This half is not going so quick.
No, it's dragging.
Yep.
Oh. 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 That was a sit down, was that? Oh. No. Fair one, ref. It was a good hit, but he knocked it on.
Did he?
Yeah, his hand. If you look, he hits the ball, knocks it down.
Oh, yeah. What do we predict for the Wales the Wales-Argentina game and
I think
the
Wales might
South
win that
Africa
one.
game.
I
What?
actually think Wales might win that one.
You think?
Yeah.
What about France-South Africa? That should be a good game.
That's going to be a tough one, Matt, because they're both in form.
Yeah, both. I would. I'm going to say France. All right.
I'm going to say France as well.
But
I'm going to say France.
Scotland, New Zealand. You think you said New Zealand going to batter
I think New Zealand
Scotland?
will put a truckload on them. I think Wales might do with the roof closed at the Millennium Stadium. Sorry, Principality Stadium before.
Yeah, Principality, don't it?
Yeah. I still call it the Millennium Stadium. I've been that used to calling it that. It was like when, Newcastle called it the Sports Direct Arena or something daft like that.
They quickly got rid of that now that they've got new owners, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh, Wolfsong thinks France will demolish South Africa. Didn't South Africa lose to Munster recently?
Lost to Ireland.
I said I would say France on that one. Yeah, I'm going to call France for the
I
South
think
Africa
France
game.
will win, but I don't think it'll be a demolition job. You've got two very good scrums going up against. You've got two very good packs going against each other.
Yeah, well, look, you could say France didn't demolish Australia, did they?
No.
So maybe we can go along those lines.
The walking statue is Ben Youngs is on.
Game's going to get slower again with Youngs on.
Yeah.
To be fair, the game's been pretty slow for the last 10 minutes at least.
Yeah. Tuolangi's on as well. God help us all. Oh!
I love how even the rugby commentators are mentioning UK politics.
Oh, he's a bit nippy.
This is so slow now. Go on.
I'd say Japan are playing with their actual speed.
Yeah, they're getting. They're playing with a little bit more excitement. Interesting. They did mention the rugby league game as well. How have Premiership Rugby's on as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
See how the teams are getting on there.
How's your beloved Irish going?
Yeah, London Irish on at 5 o'clock, aren't they? But Newcastle beating Gloucester 27-21. Did you hear Wasps apparently possibly going to be allowed to restart play?
I did hear something about that.
But considering they haven't played a game this season, I don't understand. Do you know what's actually happened with it all?
Give me a second. Basically, they've got into administration. The thing with England, with Wasps, is their actual title is London Wasps.
Yeah.
Their actual home is Sunbury in London.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, they were playing in around that area. Then when rugby went professional, they moved to Wickham. They played at Adams Park, Wickham Wanderers ground.
Yeah.
Well, then when they got new owners, they had the bright idea that we'll move to the Ricoh Arena. So they effectively bought the Rico Arena and made Coventry City tenants. So they've taken a club away from its heartland and moved it to Coventry. And everyone's like, "Oh, they were packing the ground out." Well, it will if you give free tickets. Let's excuse me, my wife's calling. Hello.
Kieran, you're right. We are, all of a sudden having to be very defensive, aren't we?
All right, look. See you in a bit. Love you. Bye. Will you shut up? It's not feeding time yet. So yeah, just giving away free tickets didn't exactly help them.
Well,
So
you obviously know my love of AFL. The same thing. See, this is what I thought was bizarre. Is that obviously Sydney Swans, who I support, were obviously North Melbourne. That is a long distance away from each other. And so for the club financially was struggling and ended up moving all the way to Sydney. But Sydney doesn't have as much of a AFL presence. It's more rugby league. And that seems to have worked. So, but I made the comments of, imagine like Southampton, for example, having to move, even like anywhere, having to move out of Southampton. It would be bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Because your fan
Wimbledon,
base.
MK Dons.
How far away is Milton Keynes from Wimbledon, though?
Well, Wimbledon is what? Southwest London, and Milton Keynes is halfway up the M1. Get
okay.
off. You're an irritant.
68 minutes gone.
Yeah. I will have to dive off in a minute because my wife's coming back with all the shopping.
No problem. Wolfsong, what was it that pulled you to AFL, Rob? Was it the punch-ups or the idea of running around the field with tall, mean, swearing, sleeveless tops? Tall men.
Kane, I do love my cat to bits. He's lovely, but he's a pain in the backside because he wants feeding and I don't feed until 6 o'clock. So now he's just been an irritant. We do love each other, really, don't we?
Wolfsong, that's why Charlie likes AFL, mate, because of the old muscly men in short shorts and vests.
Yeah.
This game is dead, isn't it?
Yeah. England have kind of declared.
Hey, well, they're in an attacking position.
Right.
So that's something.
I'll be back in a second.
Whew. Tottenham have, oh my word! Leeds were 3-2 up. They've had Adams sent off. Oh no! Bentacore scored in the 81st and 83rd, and then Adams was
He's
sent
going to
off.
get the penalty try by the looks of it. Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
Could you take the milk off me?
I'll take the milk off you.
Wait until Jack's gone. Can I get through? It's broken. Can you get through?
All right. Yeah, come on.
Hello, Joey. Hello, Payden Bomb.
Well, penalty try, 45-13.
No, I'm not going to say anything twice. I'm actually on the stream.
Where's your
Right.
Ow!
It was right in front of the referee as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a blatant collapse in the mall. Absolutely blatant.
I'm trying to spot
It's you can see the player in the middle. He's yanking the mall down.
the player literally facing upwards, right?
Yeah.
Right, Chef.
Well, we've broken the 40 point mark. 45-13.
My side of the city is not a dumping ground for your crap.
Yes,
Move it.
Anyone can gather I'm getting told off by my wife.
Does she not know you're live with millions of people?
Help! Unpack! Yes!
That was my stepdaughter that stuck her head in the.
We're certainly seeing in this last 10-ish minutes, certainly seen the lack of creativity, the lack of energy. Look, I know the game's done. The game is done, but if you're certain players, surely you want to still impress. Maybe they're not thinking like that. I don't know. Maybe they're just happy with the result they've got. But it's certainly died, and England don't really look like they're doing much to try and improve the scoreline anymore.
Do you like nice ones? I actually tried white gold ones, not white. Take me one out now. Yes.
There you go, Japan. Look, Japan is still trying. Oh, good tackle. Japan is still. Willow. I don't think he's going to get past him, is he? No. Japan is still on the hunt for a try at least, though. Not a bad effort from Japan, though.
It's been on camera a few times.
Gareth, what is Japan's biggest issue, do you think? That is a question from Kim.
They haven't got the strength or the power to match England. They've got speed and they've got some good ideas, but they haven't got the sheer brute power to get through the middle.
Boys versus men?
Pretty much, yeah. I'd say in a way it is. Oh, don't get me wrong. Japan have got some good players.
Well, I think Ginge agrees with you. Lack of bulk. Wolf Song, I say Japan's biggest issue is the scrum defence for sure. But there's only so much they can do against a larger pack. So yeah, same sort of thoughts for you.
Because I'm that's streaming it live and that's showing it on YouTube. There's a delay between the two.
I'm going upstairs. I was going to go upstairs. Do you need any more help? Not yet.
Japan is still wild. Oh, fumble. Fumbled that one. Yeah, real fumble there. Poor. Didn't quite judge the ball in the air.
No, I actually sit them upstairs.
Taro Matsushima. Come on, you got to punish the Japanese here. They've got one man down.
You haven't got the strength or the power to match England. They've got speed. They've got some.
Shut up! Not feeding time yet.
You guys are so horrible to your cat, honestly. Poor cat.
What? All he ever wants is feeding half the time. If he could, he'd eat all day.
He's got some nice boxers on, hasn't he?
He's been asleep most of the day anyway.
Kids are home. There's your answer.
Run, run, run. Press, press, press. Oh! Smith?
One.
Yes, there we go. There we go. It's it. I don't think I've ever seen a kick across field like that before, though.
A bit of inventiveness is always good.
That was a nice bit of play. Nice bit of play there from England.
Well, it's nice to be see him being a
13.
bit lively every now and again.
But this is what's happening. This shows, as I said, granted it's against Japan, but this shows what happens when we play the ball wide.
I think the star of the show today has been my cat.
Did Smith steal that try there? Was Slade going to get it? Five minutes left on the clock. That is the question. That is the question, isn't it? Would Slade have got it?
No, I don't think he will. I think Smith was. No.
Maybe Slade slowed down because he saw Smith coming. Who knows? Coming up 4 minutes left. 52-13 to England. It has been pretty much a demolition. I still think England could have got even more from this, really, if they really tried. Nice. Just go. Oh. Oh.
No.
I don't know if he needed to kick that. I don't think he needed to kick it. I think so, Keane.
It does affect world rankings. Although the seedings are done for the World Cup, it does affect the world rankings for after the World Cup. So, yes, technically,
I think you're right, Keane, though. It does make us better than New Zealand, right?
New Zealand haven't been great. That's the thing people forget. They got beat by Argentina.
Yeah, but it's New Zealand. It's New Zealand. That's, it's the same in football. Let's be honest, the same in football. Brazil could be having a shocker, but they're Brazil. Well,
they were. You got to look at this year. They were beaten at home for the first time ever by Ireland. Lost to Argentina. It never happened, and they were shoved around by Japan.
But it's New Zealand. It's the All Blacks. They have that aura about them.
I know they do, and they have that ability to just turn up and put 50 points on you, as Wales found out last week. I think Wales fancied themselves last week, and then,
Well, yeah, I bet Wales would have. Look, the funny thing is, look how well Japan did against New Zealand, and Japan have pretty much been awful, right? They have been awful. And I don't think England have been that amazing. They've certainly played better than they have recently, which is great to see. But if England wanted to punish Japan, I think they could have.
Yeah, I agree with the Amazon Prime for a Stuart man of the match.
Wolfsong, that's what we were saying earlier about the sort of the top 10-ish teams. There isn't a lot between them. As I said, I personally think France and Ireland are top of the charts there. But most of them underneath, the next five, there isn't a lot in them.
I would probably say France, Ireland, South Africa are probably, like I said, the three that are in form at the minute. I know South Africa, but they do have an ability to eke results out, especially with their pack.
Yeah.
New Zealand, like I said, they are New Zealand. They can turn up and put 50 points on you or turn up and get beat. And to the All Blacks, it's an insult, like a national disgrace if they get beat.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't like it at all.
Well, that's it, isn't it? But it's the other countries as well, because to beat the All Blacks, even if you're a team like England, Ireland, France, to beat the All Blacks is still a big thing.
When you think back to the very first Rugby World Cup back in 1987, that realistically there was only 3 teams that had a chance of winning that tournament. So we're going into the next one with the possibility of 10 that could win it. Shows how much it's improved.
Well, hopefully that'll be the same with for example, the women. I think the women at the moment is in very much a similar situation where because there's only a certain amount of professionals.
Yeah, a lot of them are amateur.
You see that with the Six Nations, don't you? With just having England and France any good.
Yeah.
The rest are useless.
It's England and France, and then you've got the rest,
But it was similar with the Rugby League this year. A lot of some of the results in the Rugby League was incredible. And that's why I think it's a bit embarrassing that England lost
to Samoa.
To Samoa just now. Hey, Kian, you say at least one England team's winning today. The problem is, as I would say, this is just a glorified friendly, whereas the other twos were the actual World Cups.
That's great. That's great. Go on, Freddie.
Yeah, what do you think? I'm not a cricket person, but what do you think tomorrow? England or India? Is India, isn't it?
I think if England bat well, England will win. Because I was surprised we beat India like we did.
52-13. We are on the 80 minutes right now.
Yeah, clock's gone red.
Did you see the Tottenham Leeds result?
Yeah.
81 and 83rd minute. Oh.
The comeback, that one.
I don't know if the cricket's going to go ahead tomorrow, to be honest.
Why is that the weather?
Rain.
Oh,
a lot of rain scheduled.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
Game over. Well, I need to go get ready. Thank you, especially for the regulars that joined us here. Kian, Wolfsong, Gareth, Peter. Thank you for the conversation. It certainly makes the difference. Gareth, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
I'll be more prepared next time and have it all scheduled. But I was a bit busy. I don't know when the next one will be. What's the date today? 12.
Well, England play next week.
What have we got? So I will probably live watch along for the Rugby League final. I expect that'll be an Australia win. I don't know what other fixtures there are. I'll have a look, see what time I've got available. But yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining us. Gareth, thank you again. Have a nice weekend, everyone. I'm going to be collecting some trophies. Charlie's going to be collecting more trophies. We're going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time.